Hello, my name is Christina Mulder, and I am the Director of Programs and Partnerships at Open Doors at St. Christopher's in Burlington, Ontario. The courage of COVID is the willingness to steer your team and the determination to serve your community safely through new and uncharted paths, and to do it with a whole lot of flexibility. My motivation to continue to serve through the pandemic, it's all about the smiles and some tears from the faces of our friends in the community as they come through our drive-through to pick up food or visit our clothing store for a warm winter coat. The need for human connection on top of the need for food and clothing is great. And each week that refuels me. And I know that we can take on whatever this virus has to throw at us.
Hi, I am Marta Wadros. I'm working at the YMCA School Age Child Care in Burlington. The courage of COVID-19 is to be positive and make sure to encourage everyone else to be positive. I learned how to do things better and caring for my community to be safe. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michelle Collins, and I am the Director of Operations at Kerr Street Mission in Oakville. The courage of COVID is to fearlessly face what is in front of you without being deterred from completing your mission. When I think about what kept me motivated in working during the pandemic, I would say it was my staff, who are just as deserving of this nomination as I am, and the over 650 clients that depend on us week after week. We were determined to keep our doors open. If COVID has taught me anything, it's taught me that I am a part of a community of people that are determined, a community of people that are resourceful, a community of people that are willing to change and pivot as many times as necessary in order to be there for those who need us the most. Thank you, YWCA, for this nomination.
Hi, I'm Amanda Nachi. I work for Fortino's as an assistant bakery manager. I'm a union steward and a joint health and safety committee member. The courage of COVID is being kind in doing your part to keep our community safe and cared for. I felt a responsibility to my coworkers and community to make sure we got through this crisis together, ensuring that we adapted quickly and efficiently to new safety protocols in unprecedented times to be able to provide our essential service.
My inspiration throughout this pandemic has been to continue to lobby the provincial government to achieve mandatory WSIB coverage for developmental service workers and retirement home workers. Unfortunately, we as frontline workers continue to care for loved ones, but when contracting COVID-19 at work, many of us have no WSIB coverage at all. This is unacceptable, and I'll continue to advocate to make this change become a reality.
My name is Naomi Henderson. I work for the Hamilton Paramedic Service in the role of Paramedic Social Navigator. The courage of COVID is resilience. I work with a community that is often made to feel invisible. When the pandemic first hit, my question was, how is our homeless population going to survive under these circumstances? And at this point, I set out to see what I could do to help. I was surprised by what I found within this community and the level of resilience and absolute courage to survive that they were able to show me. I was often humbled by what they taught me. When I think about what motivates me to do this work and to continue in this role, it is each and every one of them, because it is their strength and resilience that gives me hope for our future.
Hi, I'm Olivia Mancini, and I have several different roles in the Hamilton community. I'm an addictions attendant at St. Joseph's Healthcare Men's Addiction Services Hamilton. I am also a harm reduction worker at the AIDS Network, a research assistant at McMaster University in the School of Social Work, a case manager at Salvation Army Booth Center, and an outreach worker at the Wesley Day Center. The courage of COVID-19 to me is the unwavering commitment and profound dedication to supporting marginalized groups in our community during unprecedented times as we battle a global pandemic. I was motivated to continue my work and relentless advocacy efforts during the pandemic to draw attention to the urgent need for affordable housing and safe supply of drugs, as the pandemic has evidently intensified the housing crisis and opioid epidemic in our community. I use this moment of profound crisis to advocate for social change for our most vulnerable community members, particularly people experiencing homelessness and people who use drugs, to ensure that they were not left behind.
I'm Sandy Green, and I'm a developmental support worker here in the Hamilton area. I have worked in the developmental service sector for 40 years. The courage of COVID is getting through this pandemic together through multiple levels of support systems. For the last 10 years, with support, I have been working on trying to get laws changed for mandatory WSIB coverage for all healthcare workers in Ontario. Many developmental support workers, retirement care workers do not have mandatory coverage. Now, with this pandemic, it has brought to light the importance that all healthcare workers need to have mandatory WSIB. Healthcare workers need to know that if they become ill or injured at work, that they will have the insurance to protect them so that they can recover at home with peace of mind. This nomination means a great deal to me. It has given me the opportunity to continue to make other people aware that all healthcare workers should have the right to mandatory WSIB coverage. Thank you for this opportunity.